Hello everybody, my name is Aaron and today we're looking at the ASUS TP410UA VivoBook Flip 14 Thin. This thing is a 360 hinge, goes around in a circle, so you can use it as a tablet. That's not what we want to talk about today. I want to talk to you about what you get for the money. Just a few things. I was given this laptop to spruce it up. This is somebody else's, but I want to talk about one major problem with this. First of all, I like it. Okay, straight out of the gate, I like it. It's a small screen. It's only 1080p, but because the screen is so tiny, it feels closer to 2K, right? It's a very clear, very nice screen. The touch works great, but what I really want to talk to you about is some hardware specs. First of all, 8 gigs of RAM, I'm not a huge fan. I would love to see 16 or at least 12. The CPU 1.8, not bad. It's not bad for a little power saving unit like this. I like it. It's an 8th gen, says it right down here. It's an 8th gen. That's good. The display adapter is right here. It is a UHD graphics 620. So, I mean, it's tied into the CPU, but you're not doing gaming on here. It's fine. It's fine. Let's get to the crappy part. This camera. This is the webcam, and it sucks. It's the same webcam as this, which has been in ASUS laptops since like 2011. It's the same freaking chip. It's the same thing they put in every laptop. It's kind of a joke. It's 4:3. I'm sure I could spruce up the image a little bit, but as you can see, it's even pretty far behind lagging for real life as I'm talking. Okay? The camera needs to go. There's one other huge thing that I hate about this laptop, and that's right there. ST1000LX. That is this hard drive right there. Hybrid 1 terabyte spin up drive, so it's got some solid state and it's got some spin ups. Now, that can be successful in a few areas. If you're caching small amounts of stuff, like Word documents and those kinds of things, it'll load them faster. But if you decide to do something else besides what you normally do 5 seconds ago, you're going to have to wait for it to load. I'm not a fan of the hard drive. I wish there was an SSD in there. That little hard drive right there can easily be replaced with a cheap solid state drive. Links in the description. You can blow your image over for free. You can do this yourself. It's super easy. So if you get one of these and you want to make it go way faster, put a solid state in. It's going to cost somewhere around the same. You're not going to get 1 terabyte, but you're definitely going to get a lot more speed out of it. All right. So downfalls to this laptop is the hard drive and small amount of RAM. Everything else is great. If you can get it for $500, I would jump all over it. Okay. It's a great little unit for $500, but if you can't get it for $500, I don't know, $640, $650, it's a little too much, especially if you've got to dump solid state into it. I do want to mention one other thing. I wanted to show you just how thin this screen side really is. That's 1 mil. 1 mil. That's pretty decent. How much is that in freedom units? Look at that. It's really thin. So you got to be careful when you're opening it. Most people open from the side, and so you got to be careful not to press stuff. But other than that, it does a funky 360 hinge. So you can tent this thing all day long, and it does automatic screen flipping. The touch is still there, everything's fine. And on this side is our keyboard disabled. I'm pressing the start button and nothing's happening. So when you get past a certain point, it disables the keyboard, which is great because you want to set things down on the keyboard sometime. But just like this, that's why I'm saying not a bad little unit at all. Just get it on sale for around $500 because you got to throw an SSD in if you really want things to go fast. All right, once it's booted, once everything's loaded once in your experience, it runs faster, but you have to wait the initial load time, and everything is 10 times faster with a solid state drive. The trackpad is actually pretty nice. The only thing I hate about it is the thumbprint scanner, not gonna lie. When you start navigating around up in this top corner, there's no sensitivity on this thumbprint scanner, so it all just goes away. And it picks up real hard on these little beveled edges, picks up on your finger touching that. So what ends up happening is your mouse jumps around. If I show you up here, so my mouse is in the middle, just on the thumbprint scanner. So here we go. It stops, it jumps, it's grabbing my finger around the edges, it's doing all sorts of funny stuff. Look at that. Like, what is that? I'm just navigating around on the thumbprint and it's going kind of weird. So I'm not impressed at the thumbprints in that top corner. Yes, you're not going to be hitting that top corner all the time, but let's be serious. As soon as you do, it's going to screw you up pretty bad. This is a positive that I found. This is your entire Microsoft Office 360, which I just barely uninstalled, but this is your entire list of bloatware. And most of this is drivers. There's almost no bloatware here. Audio Wizard, maybe you could call it that. ATK package, which is ASUS's stuff. I mean, there's not a lot of bloatware here at all, if any. So this laptop came with almost no bloatware, which I hope becomes the new standard because this blows me away. This is a definite positive. Bloatware for the average person is a giant performance suck, and it completely trashes laptops. No bloatware is a really good thing. We have the wireless network here. We have two of them. The top one's 2.4, the bottom one's 5. Authenticated to both, but if I try to connect to the 5, it would kill the connection. It's not very good with far range 5 gigahertz. My other laptop that I have, a gaming MSI, holds the connection, and this one drops it as soon as it connects. So I don't know, I feel like the wireless, maybe there's not a lot of antennas up in here in the screen, but just something to be conscious of if you've got wireless needs that are pretty low signal. I don't know. So we are going to do a restart test to see how long it takes to restart this computer. Here we go. Now, the reason why this is taking a lot longer than an SSD or other computers that you've used is because it's not running an SSD. It's running a hybrid, which has spin-up components, which still take a long time. We're still not in, and I want to be able to open File Explorer at least. So let's give it a try. All right, so we made it. So it was about a minute, which is quite a long time considering an SSD. You'll probably do it in 35 seconds. So that's just something, if you've got a minute to boot, that's fine. If you don't, put an SSD in it. This thing will be such a different machine with an SSD in it. Thank you for watching. If you want us more, hit up the channel. See you guys next time. Ciao.